Well, this was a big story. I mean, I think it continues to be a bombshell for so many Catholics around the United States for sure, but around the world even. And as a canon lawyer, I was interested in your comments. As I said, I read part of that article from the Catholic News Agency yesterday. Can you just start by outlining the principles here? What canon laws were referenced in this case, and how do they apply to him in particular?
Well, what we know about the case is because the nuncio to the United States, Archbishop Christophe Pierre, wrote a letter to the American bishops informing them that Father Pavone had been returned to the lay state or dismissed from the clerical state, which means he was removed from the priesthood. We did not get a copy of the decree which affected that, but it was a reference that there was what was called a supreme decision issued by the Holy See following an investigation and a process at the Congregation for Clergy. So that means that the Congregation for Clergy looked into two charges that were cited, the only charges cited. One was blasphemous communication on the internet, and the other was disobedience of his bishop. So those were the two charges. He was found guilty of those, and the penalty was removal from the clerical state. And that is a question mark because in canon law, those are offenses. We're not allowed to do those things. There are canons which regulate punishment to be issued for if you engage in those type of misconduct. But the punishments do not include removal from the clerical state or being thrown out of the priesthood. So that was a surprising thing. The penalty went beyond what was prescribed in canon law.
So what are we to make of that then? If these aren't the prescribed punishments, how do we read in? Like, should we read into that? I mean, it seems like that means somebody somewhere along the chain really elevated this to the maximum potential.
Yes, it means that either his local bishop requested at the Holy See impose that penalty because local bishops do not have the power in canon law to remove on their own initiative one of their priests from the priesthood. They can't do that. They can't dismiss them. The Holy See can do that, and therefore that could have been the answer. It could have been that the Holy See was consulted on the matter by the bishop, and the Holy See recommended that. We don't know. And until the decree is issued, we don't have the actual document which affected the removal.